Hey guys, Novaexplosion, you already know, and I am here with this video for two reasons. Reason number one, I got the Platinum Trophy for Trinity Trigger, which I was trying to do for the playthrough. It just did not work out. A quick overview of the Platinum, a pretty simplistic Platinum. The last few Platinums you're going to get, a couple of noteworthy trophies I'll name right here. Held over 500k Liba, you kind of got to like do on your own because you need to have it at once. 5,000 enemies will come late in the game, just fight and you'll eventually get it. And then these are actually post-game. So if you were watching the playthrough, part 68 is where I dropped the playthrough because we had to fight Fausti the Chronicler, which was Noir's god form. But the quest after that is the final quest in the game. After you finish that quest, you get a quest called Trinity Trigger, which you will be able to get all of these trophies, the memories. You go around the world looking for the what's it called? Looking for the gravestones, and you get those trophies. And also 300 chests, just like keep looking for chests. Luckily there's a chest tracker, so it's not too bad. But I'm here. I got the Platinum Trophy for this game, and you're probably like, Nova, why are you making this video? You said you were done. The last video was part 68. So this is part 69. Nice. I figured, you know what? Let's make Trinity Trigger have 69 videos in the playthrough. If I'm never gonna like do anything else with the game, I pretty much didn't do the post game. I'm gonna have this playthrough end at part 69. So this will be like a little bonus, just showcasing that I did get the platinum. All right. And I also want to vent a bit because my word, the final boss Igmint has 2 reskins. You saw me fight Fausti the Chronicler, and then I just said I'm done. But after that, in the Trinity Trigger quest, which is the last quest in the game, you have to fight Libris, the God of Harmony. Libris, the God of Harmony, is literally Igmint and Fausti the Chronicler on steroids. They literally reused the last fight, which is the final boss of the game. They used it like 2 other times. And I just want to vent and say that Trinity Trigger was a solid game. I enjoyed it. It wasn't like the best game ever, but for what it was, for being a short little experience, a classic game, throwback to the 90s, it was a pretty fun game. The bosses in this game just are either tedious or just insufferable. The post-game bosses were like mostly tedious because, again, I don't like the boss barrier gauge. I think it just adds more tedium to the fights, and also the AI being terrible adds more tedium to the fights. But the final boss and the 2 reskins are just, oh my word, they're the epitome of unfun. Like, the AI cannot handle it, you have to burn through your potions. And also, they take so long because they have 4 shields you have to break, and then their boss barrier gauge, and then you can damage them. It's just so much busy work. So much busy work. So, Libris, the God of Harmony, it's basically the Igmint and Fausti fight on steroids. It's like they just get harder. But it's the same fight. They have the same moves, same patterns. It's ridiculous. And the reason I'm making this video is because I want to make it very clear, I still like Trinity Trigger. I'm going to be honest though, the post-game has made me realize more issues with the game. The post-game, putting on the post-game with this game, I give this game like a 5 out of 10. Like, I give this game just average if you include the post-game. Without the post-game, it was probably like a 6 out of 10. Like, it was a fun game. Even in the post-game, it was a lot of bosses, so the bosses were really tedious. There were some nice, there was some dialogue in some of the quests, but, it wasn't really anything special. Definitely didn't justify the boss fights we had to fight in the post-game, so they were just not good. And also, there are DLC quests that I got with the game because I spent $50 for the game, got the PS4 and PS5 version. I'm not going to go back to Platinum the PS4 version at least anytime soon because I would have to fight the gods again, and that's just a nightmare. But the DLC quests are also a thing. I don't think I'm going to do anything with them just because I have other games to get to, but I did 3 of the DLC quests. Actually, I did all 4 of the DLC quests. They're pretty neat, but I don't think they're really, they felt like they should have been in the main game, like Cyan's DLC quest, Elise's DLC quest, Xanthus' DLC quest, and Violet also got one, which Violet's pretty cool to play as. But I don't know, they feel like they should have been in the main game. It kind of feels like, oh, let's have the player pay like $3 each for each of these DLC episodes. They were neat and they were more character moments, but they really felt like they should have been in the rest of the game. Like, I don't know. And also some of the side quests, like there were 2 that focused on Nero and Noir respectively, really should have been in the main game. It kind of feels like the main game was so half-baked. Like, I wanted to love this game. This had everything I loved, you know? The concept was really interesting. gods battling like an ancient brawl. Order versus chaos, but not really. Like twisted ideals. It had the premise I really liked. The characters seemed interesting. The triggers seemed interesting. The world and the world building and the lore seemed interesting. I wanted to love this game. And the combat was like pretty fun. The combat was fun when you weren't fighting bosses. It wasn't like amazing, but it was fun enough when I wasn't fighting bosses. But
let's be prepared for anything.
But it just didn't deliver. It felt so half-baked, you know?
One could never be too
like
prepared.
Hell yeah!
Amped up and ready to go.
Like I wanted to like this game, but it just felt so half-baked. It didn't deliver on any of the expectations I had. Like it had all the right ingredients to be a great game. It just feels so half-baked and also just short. So, I mean, I don't really mind games being short, but it didn't really use its length to it didn't really use the length to its advantage. So, I don't know. Trinity Trigger, overall, is a fine game. It's a good game, I would say. Don't do the post-game. By the way, that's another thing. Beating Libra's God of Harmony, I thought we were going to get, like, a true ending. We really didn't. You just got, like, some extra lore on the war, which, again, should have been the main game. And you got, like, a line of Cyan being like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna follow my path and decide my fate. And Flam's like, oh, yeah, I'm with you, partner. That's literally it. It was, like, a really short scene after Libra's God of Harmony. It was not a true ending at all. I thought we were gonna get more, especially because the ending of this game was so like not cliffhangery, but so like, oh, there's gonna be more, like maybe a sequel. If they do make a sequel to this game, I might play it. Like if they made a direct sequel to this game, I would try it out probably, even though you're probably like, oh, Nova, you didn't like the game. Because overall, I had fun with this game for like, let's say 70% of it, but the other 30% was just like not, or it was just boring. And I wanted to love this game, but it just had so many things that could have used more polishing and just in general. But overall, it's not the worst. It's far from the worst game ever. It was still fun. I just don't recommend the post game. Don't do the post game. The post game really just kind of ruins it. Especially if you're like, the main game wasn't like that great, definitely don't do the post game. It's not going to sell you on it. But yeah, that's going to be it. So part 69 for Trinity Trigger. Nice. Platinum trophy I have achieved. So, yeah, those of you watching, I hope you all enjoyed. Again, if they make a sequel, I'll play it. Other than that, I want to play the Trials of Mana remake. I don't know when I'm going to get to that, but one day I'll play the Trials of Mana remake, which is a mana game, and this is essentially a mana game because it's similar to Secret of Mana. But, I want to play the Trials of Mana remake, but I'm not big on the Mana series, but the Trials of Mana remake is a great game, so I'll play that eventually. I don't know when. But, yeah, thanks for watching the playthrough. Sticking around. Sorry if I got salty, but, you know, it happens. And hope you look forward to other playthroughs I'm going through or future ones that are to come. Thank you all for watching. See you all next time.